water bomber is almost in Tucson to retire at the Pima Air and Space Museum.
Yeah, we told you about this last half hour as we took a check of it. And now we're hearing from the people who are moving this huge ship. Ramon Purcell is joining us live from Ryan Field as they're getting ready to move this. I can't even imagine what a difficult task this is. There must be so much that goes into moving this piece of history.
It's incredibly exhilarating and challenging at the same time. And for us, it's an honor to be a really small part of an amazing piece of history.
Ramon, it is so cool looking just seeing it on TV. I can't imagine in person. So obviously the wings are off of it. What are the next steps? You get it inside the building and then put it all back together?
Our next step is getting the aircraft to Pima Air and Space, and we'll actually be assembling it outside, or reassembling it outside. So wings go back on, tail goes back on, the beaching gear goes on, and then from there our big focus in helping the museum is fundraising, because we want to have a building for it, and it's 200 feet wide on the wingspan, so they actually have to build or pour the foundation before they build the building, put it on top of the foundation, and then build the building around the plane.
Talk about the significance of the Philippine Mars, also known as the Martin Mars, as it's been called.
The amazing part about the Philippine Mars is in aviation side, there was only 7 of them built. There's 2 left in existence, and this is one of the 2. In World War II, they needed an aircraft that would be able to land on the water and also have a vast range. So this aircraft could fly over 2,000 miles. It could get up to 3,000 miles depending on crew and complement. And the fascinating part of it, the prototype that was built just before World War II started was involved in the Battle of Iwo Jima, where it was taking wounded Marines and sailors and then flying them all the way back to Hawaii. So that was really the advent of aeromedical evacuation at that time.
And Ramon, I understand this is the 4th day of the trip, so it's quite a big job to move that thing down the freeway or whatever road you got it on. So tell us, for people who have never been there, tell us about the Pima Air and Space Museum. What can you see when you go there?
Well, the Pima Air and Space Museum is incredible. It has over 400 aircraft. It has aircraft in pretty much every spectrum of aviation. And the beauty of that is you don't need to go to the Smithsonian. Smithsonian is an amazing location and museum. But out here in the West, there's not very many museums that are this large. And so Pima Air and Space has an incredible variety of aircraft with incredible history. They have NASA Sophia, which is a 747 that was converted and had a telescope. And they now will have the Philippine Mars, which actually helped put out forest fires for many years.
Wow.
That is definitely a must-see.
So
and
cool.
Now one more reason to go there. So Ramon, good luck going the rest of the way, and thank you so much for your time.
Yes, safe travels.
Thank you so much.
Can you imagine being on the highway or the freeway and then this is pulling up next to you?
You have a truck, wide load. That is definitely a wide load, yeah, for sure.
And that's going to be right here in Arizona.
Yeah,
so
we're
cool.
lucky to have that. Still ahead, could